Alright guys, welcome to the video today. So in this video I'm going over some footage or video of me playing a little bit over 2 years ago in Destiny, and I was about to make Trials 1v3 video because I'd kind of set that series to rest for a bit, and I was putting it on Twitter and I was asking a few people if they were interested in that starting up again. I generally was kind of like borderline about it, and then I remembered that the old map this week is what is it? It's like Burning Garden, Floating Garden, I believe it was called. I'm just not a fan. That's all I can say. I'm just not a big time fan of that map. So I decided I would halt on that, and it suddenly popped in my head. Hey, I remember uploading a video a few months back of me playing in the beta, and it seemed like a lot of people liked it and they enjoyed just watching, seeing kind of the comparison of how I play now and how I played back then, as well as what general gameplay was, like what you'd kind of see in every match between the two different players, whether it be in a one-on-one or some group situation or whatever. You kind of notice that people are very oblivious. My situational awareness is terrible. Everyone's is quite bad, but it's just kind of funny how far you can kind of go and how much you improve over time. And for me, Destiny was the game where I first really started improving in shooters. I played Black Ops Zombie. It was kind of like I was kind of the person that exclusively played zombies, if that makes any sense, where I didn't really touch the whole PvP portion of it. And I loved it. I enjoyed playing zombies a ton with my friends from school. Every single day when I would go home, I would get like a round in or two before my mom yelled at me. But it was a ton of fun. And then I went on to Black Ops 2, where I started getting a little bit better, and it was a game, because for me, Black Ops 1, remember, when you're new to a console, the controller can be a very daunting task. There comes a time, at least maybe it was because I was so young, I don't know, but my aim was horrendous. I thought I was cool because I played on a max sensitivity. The end result of that was that I couldn't kill anyone, and that I pretty much hit 0 of my bullets that I fired. And at that point, I kind of switched it a little bit lower, and in Black Ops 2, I had a lot more success, and I think my KD was around like a 1.09 in that game. And I know that KD isn't like a good way to measure stuff, but I thought that would be kind of an accurate reading of Black Ops 2 for me, rather than showing gameplay, because I don't have any recorded. But Destiny for me was a game where I just, and for everyone, I feel like it's the game that they just play the most. So for me, I had put, a decent amount of time into Black Ops 1, a better amount of time into Black Ops 2. But for Destiny, it was a game where it has a very low skill gap, if that makes any sense. Like, a lot of people can be good at it, and it's a situation where you match a lot of blueberries. I found, like in Black Ops 2 or any sort of Call of Duty game, I find that it's very easy to get killed, no matter how good of a player you are, or how decent, I guess. Like, if you're a decent player in a Call of Duty game, it's very manageable for a worse player to kill you. But if you're a good player in Destiny, or a pretty decent player in Destiny, if you're playing someone who's completely clueless, they can't get a lucky, like, 2-shot to the body on you. It just doesn't happen. So for me, Destiny was the game where I really started getting a lot better, and where I started down on my road to become a professional esports athlete. Professional esports athlete. Of course, there are a few other things that came into play. Obviously, my just overall getting used to a controller in general is going to help you a lot. And then the second thing, which I probably think is one of the bigger factors, is that I got a lot better equipment. So I played from like the stereo speakers on the TV, so you couldn't really hear footsteps. I don't know what it is, but for some reason, the better quality audio I get, like the better my shot feels, if that makes any sense. I don't know if that is the same for you, or if you guys can play without game volume, but for me, having game volume like with speakers helps me a lot. And then on top of that, that's when I first started playing with a monitor as well. So I went from having like a 50-inch TV, and keep in mind this TV is from like 2008, so I'm just guessing, this is an estimate, that the input lag was horrendous. And I noticed that as soon as I got on monitor, both in Call of Duty and in Destiny, I was doing much better than I had done previously. So Destiny has a special place in my heart. It always will. And that's mainly because this game, it's where I started my YouTube channel, and which I'm proud, or the game that I'm probably going to be basing my YouTube channel off in the future. And I would have never actually learned about it, as you can see on the scoreboard, O-Deadpool 408-0. That's actually my best buddy, Manny. And if he didn't tell me about Destiny, I'm not quite sure if I would have bought it or not, or if I would have heard about it. So I'm very grateful for him to introduce me to it. But that's going to do it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you're interested, I have a second channel, which will be on the screen right now, for videos like stuff for Battlefield, Overwatch, Halo, just for me, not anything, not for the video game I'm playing, just for my personal videos. But nonetheless, hope you enjoyed it, and I hope to see you guys in my next video. Peace.